On 30th May 1987, Goa became India's 25th state. This year, Goa enters the 40th year of its statehood. 4 decades later, statehood remains one of the most significant milestones in Goa's history. But what exactly did statehood mean? And why did it matter so much? To answer those questions, perhaps we must first understand Goa itself.
If you talk about ancient Goa, then the boundaries of Goa were very fluid. They were not what they are today. Today, what we see is the boundaries of Portuguese Goa, Portuguese defined boundaries. Ancient Gomantak would mean Achra River, from Kudal region, Achra River, up to Gangavali river in the south, Ankola, Karwar. So all that was ancient Goa. Then there is Kadamba Goa. If you see the boundaries of Kadamba Goa, especially if you say the boundaries of Jaikeshivan, all this Karwar and all these areas which are Konkani speaking and not in part of Goa today, they are all Gomantak. They are Goa, Kadamba Goa. When the Portuguese conquered Goa, they conquered Tiswadi in 1510, Bardez and Salcede in 1543. Later, as they went on extending their territories, Ponda, Sangye, Kepe, Kankon, which were part of Sondekar's territories. In 1763, Sondekar Raja surrendered these territories to the Portuguese, so they became part of Portuguese Goa. Eventually, Bicholi, Sattari and Pedne became part of Portuguese Goa because Bhosle King of Sawantwadi, they were part of Sawantwadi territory. Portuguese captured it from Bhosle King of Sawantwadi. So, in 1788, today's Goa, if you see the boundaries of today's Goa, they were defined actually in 1788. And when the treaty was signed between Sondekar Raja, Bhosle King of Sawantwadi and the Portuguese government, with the treaties there in the archives, there today's Goa's boundaries were defined.
It was this distinct identity that eventually found political expression. But the demand for statehood did not emerge overnight.
Actually, there is a misconception that the demand for statehood was, it came along with making Konkani the official language. It's not. It's basically the first time the demand was made was in 1966 during opinion poll, when there was a proposal to merge Goa into Maharashtra or not. Dr. Jack Sikera and his United Goans party had demanded that forget merging Goa into Maharashtra, Goa should be granted statehood. Then Bahusaheb Bandodkar lost the opinion poll, and Goa remained separate. After that, within 3 months, that time assembly was dissolved. Everybody, I believe, knows that assembly was dissolved during opinion poll. So the elections were held within 3 months, and Bahusaheb Bandodkar's MGP came to power and Jack Sikera was in opposition. And at that time, Jack Sikera moved a resolution for statehood, which Babu supported. And it was unanimously the resolution was passed in the assembly that Goa should be granted statehood. But somehow it remained for a long time. The MGP regime was over, Congress regime started. Even then, it was not the demand was not coming up, people were demanding.
The idea existed, yet for many years it struggled to find momentum until a series of events changed the course of Goa's history. What followed was a movement that brought together people from different walks of life. For many, the movement was about language. For others, it was about identity. Perhaps for most, it was about both.
It was the culmination of a long struggle. An immediate struggle was the Konkani struggle, the language agitation, which started on 29 July 1985. And then 14th November 1985, there was a sea of humanity of Konkani lovers on the Azad Maidan, unprecedented public meeting. And then 18 December 1986, that meeting. And then 20th December 1986, where we had the first martyr of Goa's for Konkani, that is Floriano Vaz. So all this, the culmination was 4th February 1987.
Now this agitation as you say, over 500 days it went, it was violent also. 7 people died. All of them were supporters of Konkani in Roman scale. So, whenever this meetings was taken place, everybody was happy because we are fighting for Konkani language. Every meeting, over 90% of the people attending the meeting were from the Christian community. The speakers, the leaders of our agitation, always used to say, by mistake even nobody has said that Konkani in Devanagari script will be this. Or everybody said it will be Konkani and Konkani alone. And because of this assurance, the huge majority of Christian people never objected to them.
They put forward 3 demands, the KPA. Number 1, Konkani should be made the official language. Number 2, Goa should be granted statehood. And number 3, that Konkani should be included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India. Why was this? Because that time Rajiv Gandhi was in power. And when our leaders had gone to Rajiv Gandhi, who was the Prime Minister, he said that you resolve your issue of language, official language, and I will give you the statehood. And that is what happened. On 4th February 1987, the bill was passed, the official language bill was passed, issue was resolved. And then Shantaram Naik raised the issue in the parliament, and then by 30th May, the same year, February means March, April, May, within 3 months, okay, we got the statehood.
The movement achieved one of its principal goals in 1987. Goa became a state. But some conversations continued long after the celebrations ended. Today, 4 decades later, Goa finds itself facing a different set of questions. Questions that go beyond statehood.
Goa is a very small state, and because of huge forest area and other wetlands and other things, the land is scarce. And preserving this land has become very important. And regional plan is one good thing which we follow, unlike other states, where we plan allocation of land for so-called development, okay, but mainly for construction purpose. We allocate certain amount of land every 10 years. Now people have found out some loopholes in that, okay, whether it is 16B, 17.2 or 39A or even otherwise. And we are selling the land to outsiders who don't live here, but they only make business by selling them as they build it as a holiday homes, and then they sell it and make money. The revenue goes out, everything, and we lose on revenue because these holiday homes are rented out to the tourists.
Actually, we were demanding special status, and we were very clear about that petition that we want the unchecked migration into Goa has to be checked. And we said that qualified Goans for any job interview first. Qualified Goans first. We didn't say unqualified Goans. Petition ashille, we had presented it to Prime Minister Modi and all. Nothing happened of it. So on the occasion eve of the 40th this of statehood, I would reiterate my demand for special status.
Goa became state. That time our population was hardly 7 lakhs of people. Today more than 15 lakhs. And out of this 15 lakhs, more than 5 lakhs are non-Goans. This population which is come and doing everything in their own mother tongue and not in the official language of Goa, the identity of Goa has diluted. And it continues to dilute.
So I feel that statehood has helped, and there are many negatives also for anything, and that is because of misuse of or misimplementation of certain things. Sometimes it happens not out of a particular will, but unawareness of the outcomes. We have to take the people's aspirations and government's vision to take the people forward together and that forwardness should be long lasting. It should not be too materialistic or too short term basis that we use and we are then with a handful of problems. आता आमच्याकडे गार्बेज जावं आमच्याकडे यंग पिपल्स कमिटींग सुइसायड, ड्रग एब्यूज ह्यो गोष्टी खूब आसात. ट्रॅफिक मिसयूज करप आसा तें गव्हर्मेंट इज टेकिंग स्टेप्स, बट पीपल नीड टू ऑल्सो कम टुगेदर अँड बिकम more responsible as civil individuals.
If the struggle then was about Asmitai, what is the challenge before Goa and Goans and their existence today?
Asmitai is something to be lived. If we live our Asmitai, then our existence and Ostitv will be secured. I don't want other people to come into Goa and constantly we say भायले येतात. आमी असो विचार करनात. भायले येवपा खातीर जो पळय मेकळो जागो आसा तो आमीच निर्माण करतात न्ही. आमी गोंयांतल्यान दुसरे कडेन वतात न्ही. आमचे प्रोफेशनल्स हांगा रावपाक तयार जायना, टेक्निशियन्स. आय डोंट ब्लेम देम. दे गो फॉर ग्रीनर पास्चर्स. तांणी वचचें. पूण दुसरे तांचो जागो घेतलो तांकां आमी आडावंक शकनात. तांकां जर आमी आमचें केलें थ्रू लँग्वेज, ह्या खातीर गव्हर्मेंटाची जबाबदारी खूब आसा. टू इम्प्लिमेंट कोंकणी एज स्टेट लँग्वेज, लॉक स्टॉक अँड बॅरल. हें जर तांणी करीत म्हाका दिसता गोंयच्या अस्तित्वाक कसलोच धोको ना. आनी तें केलें जाल्यार दुसरो भायलो जो मनीस येता ताका हांगा आपोआप कंपल्सरिली कोंकणी आपणावचीच पडटली अशें जावपा जाय. हें सगळें राज्यांनी जाता आनी म्हाका दिसता गोवा गव्हर्मेंटूय तातूंत फाटीं उरचो ना. तांणी ह्या माणिक वर्स आसा पळय आमचे स्टेटहूडाचे, त्या दिसा तांणी निर्धार करचो आनी हें फुडें व्हरचें. आनी संविधानान जी कोंकणीक हक्काची सुवात दिल्या ती कोणाकूच तातूंत एनक्रोच करपाक दिवचें न्ही.
आमची आवय भास, आमची मायभास कोंकणी आणि ती आमची अस्मिताय. दिस ॲक्च्युली डिफायन्ड आवर आयडेंटिटी, आवर एंटिटी, मोर देन आयडेंटिटी, एंटिटी, that Goa's existence would not have been there.
We resolved the issue of identity in 1967 with opinion poll, where the political identity was saved. On 30th May 1987, we got socio-economic identity in that sense, and with language, linguistic, cultural, and all these things happened. But what about our geographical identity? So after 40 years, I feel that this extended definition of identity, where it is just not Asmitai, it is just not language, it is just not culture, but it is our Ostitv. Okay, so the Ostitv of we being Goans, okay, and Goa will remain for Goans. And when I say Goans, I am not saying that only those Goans who were in Goa before 60, but people who came to Goa after that also till today, whom we call migrants, so-called migrants, but they work for Goa, they slog for Goa. And the outsiders, who are these outsiders? The outsiders who are just buying our land and building apartments there. They are living somewhere else. They are not living in Goa. They are not working for Goa. They are not bothered about Goa, but they are only interested in extracting money from Goa and take it there. I'm talking about that. So in terms of that, the geographical identity has become a crucial matter, and that needs to be preserved after 40 years. That is what I feel.
I may say maybe if the same thing continues for the next 10-15 years, our identity will be totally lost. So therefore now the other things of Goa that makes Goa unique should at least be preserved.
40 years after statehood, the conversation continues about Goa, its identity and its future. The journey from Asmitai to Ostitv continues.